First night, first round. First night in the bed. What do you think?
I was chilly. I was cold last night.
I told you to get underneath the covers.
I was too sleepy to figure that one out.
Comfort-wise, other than cold?
I was pretty good once I kind of settled down after driving.
Okay. And the dogs, how'd you sleep? Just give us some breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, we're at Plankinton, South Dakota. The rest stop seems to be very busy.
Lots of busyness.
There wasn't a lot of cars parked here when we pulled in about 10:30, but it's full this morning.
And then we have a rental van that pulled in late last night with the backup beeper still.
Oh my gosh, that drove me nuts. See if you can see through all the bugs.
Okay.
We're beginning the terrain change in South Dakota, heading into Chamberlain. Kind of a blurry picture. Trying to hold my coffee and the camera at the same time. Now what are you eating?
Treat. Little cinnamon rolls. Oh,
Warmed up?
they're that's a lot warmer than I thought. Pumpkin pack. They have ammo there too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Every gas station out in Wyoming and Montana has a casino in it. So here I am going to go use the bathroom and check it out while Kim stays inside.
Woo! Cold.
You're always cold. You're as cold as ice, as the saying goes.
Oh my word.
Cold as ice, get it?
Get it,
Ice, ice,
Oh, I see
baby.
what you're doing there. You're so clever. What are you looking for? Yippee! It's toast.
Toast.
Yay, toast! Well, we're doing van life. We have the hammock. We have the overhead shelf for jackets and reflectix. We have a husband who's trying to figure out the toaster. Trees on the wall. And just a mess. Does every van lifer keep their house a mess? I think so. How many you got in there?
Four eggs.
All in one little saucepan over a one burner?
Yep.
Single burner. Kitchen cupboard. What are we toasting?
Bread. Let's see how this works.
Never used one of these things before.
I have this thing.
The toast is on. I wonder how long this will take.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, now we can really see it. Good job. All of our good utensils are in the back garage area. How's the toast coming? Oh, there's some goldenness happening.
Starting to toast.
Takes a while. Takes a while, doesn't it?
Yep, everything takes longer in camping.
No toaster, no microwave. How's that going for you?
It's a learning curve, that's for sure.
This is our utensil drawer of sorts. Spices. Oh, what do you got? Oh, dogs. Good thing I'm not sitting out in there. Where have we been? Or you have been? One of our favorite places for bread. What did you get?
This is all bread stuff. This is lunch. Here.
Baguette.
Ciabatta baguette.
Ciabatta baguette.
Asiago focaccia.
Ooh.
A couple of bear claws.
Of course, that's your favorite.
And a kitchen sink monster cookie.
Oh, goody. My favorite. Excellent.
The soup machine was broken.
Oh, no.
Soup.
No soup for you. No soup. Just boogers.
Boogers.
I'll hold on to that for now.
get moved up or something.
I think I'm dreaming. Water, trees, mountains. What more would a person want? We need water in between there. Roads aren't the best here. But it's pretty. Come back. There he is. Alright, good night. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know where we are. Sprague, Washington. Sprague, Washington.
One of the two.
Chilly this morning, which probably won't last when we come back. But we're headed to the coast where it's supposed to be in the 50s and 60s. So break out that warm weather gear.
What are you eating?
What's the Panera bread? Bear claw. Very good. And then some homemade banana bread, mini chocolate chips. Eggs. Coffee.
So we're going west, and then all of a sudden we come across the Columbia River Gorge. A very just incredible scenery here.
Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. And again, there's little walking areas to walk on down to the edge, and you took a really good Panera bread. You took a really good panoramic picture here. It was beautiful. So pretty.
Very dry and volcanic across the way. Like you can see here on this cliff, they say there's like a petrified forest embedded in all that rock.
Don't look down too far, you'll get sick to your stomach.
Very reminiscent of the Kona area in the Big Island of Hawaii. Very dry and volcanic.
So pretty though. So different. I wouldn't want to live around that kind of a terrain, but it's really cool to see.
You weren't scared about finding snakes?
I don't know why I wasn't. I probably should have been. What's all that yellow? It's just
Some sort of
moss or something. I
algae
guess.
or some moss or whatever.
I mean, they're probably sneaking around in here.
Sneaky snakes sneaking around.
I didn't even think twice about it. I think I was probably down there in my flip-flops too, believe it or not. Look at that beautiful view though.
So here we are. We're just left that pull-out area, the panoramic point, heading down to go across the bridge that has water on both sides, Kim.
Isn't that funny what bridges do? They actually span bodies of water. So pretty walking across this, driving across this.
Really drop down off of the hill and down into the gorge, and then go across the Columbia River, and then it goes steep up again once you get across to the other side. Still in eastern Washington.
Look at that. I just want to be on a boat right there.
It's very calm.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
Could have said it was a drone shot.
No, we don't do drone on this channel. It's real life driving and taking pictures and video.
So after this, we come up and there's a rest stop there in case you need to cool your jets from pulling up the hill. And then all of a sudden it was like, what the heck? That's Mount Rainier.
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 Rainier. Isn't that how you say it? Gosh, it was just a surprise. We didn't expect that. Look at that thing all snow-capped. Probably not right now, but beautiful.
This was
That was July.
July 4th.
That's right.
And here we are going up the Snoqualmie Pass.
Snoqualmie Pass. You did say that one right. We are on the way to
Thank you.
we are on the way to the coast here, and you got to go across the pass to get there, and look at all the pine trees. Look at this. Isn't this cool?
It's one of those livestock or wildlife overpasses.
Like they know to go over there.
So here's the summit, Snoqualmie Summit.
So cool. Beautiful.
That was a really unique area. Well, here we go, cutting out the chase out of Tacoma and Olympia, and here we are starting to head in towards dear old Aberdeen, Washington.
Our old stomping grounds. See how they are out there? Flying the flag. It's the old Weyerhaeuser, isn't it?
Yeah, over across the way there.
Lumber company.
If you like bridges, you'll like Aberdeen. And if you're a big fan of Nirvana, this is the hometown of the late rock star Kurt Cobain.
Hey, don't they have like a park now in remembrance of him?
They do. It's kind of trashed from what I heard, but then his original house that he grew up in, they're restoring that, and they're actually putting it on a historic landmark status or something.
This is one of those bridges that opens, right?
Yeah.
What's that called?
It's a lift bridge.
Lift bridge, yeah. It's built on one way, so you got one way going through town and one way going out the other side of the town. So it's not like a two-way. You can see all the one lanes. And yes, when we lived there, I went down the wrong way on the one way at one point.
Yeah, one of these roads I went down the wrong direction once. One way.
Got nice flowers.
Where the Mackie Jewelry store?
Here we're about ready to make the turn to head out towards
Turn
the
right,
ocean.
then turn left onto Emerson
Oh my
Avenue.
goodness. What all those miles were for, just to get there.
It's funny because
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn left onto Emerson Avenue.
Used to be railroad tracks there that went out to a plywood mill, but I guess that folded up and they pulled the rails up and no more trains through there.
This is Hoquiam. Yep. Coming through Hoquiam, I believe, isn't it?
Yep.
For 18 miles, continue straight on.
This is the area that I always thought we're going to die in a mudslide. And you can see that there was a mudslide. We take this route every day to and from work. It was about 45 minutes to where we lived, and every time I went past there in a storm, thought I was going to die. I wanted to get past that part so fast.
There's the famous turny turns that you'd be calling me.
Yes.
Because we worked at different shifts, and you'd say, I'm in the turny turns now, so I knew that you had about
30 minutes
30
left.
minutes to get home.
Yeah.
Every day, twice a day. Go through the forest. To go to work. Oh, we drove a lot. Each to get to work. Minus 45 minutes, yours is about 28 to 30.
Yeah, this is up where you used to work, up by Pacific Beach area, in a place called Seabrook.
Holy crap. Look at that.
Building on that side of the road.
And you're coming into Seabrook, which has grown like crazy.
Wow.
How many years ago was it when we lived there?
We left in 2008 or so, so it's been about 14 years since we lived there. And you were in the very beginning of the Seabrook growth and the building of it. It's a planned development. We'll have more on that coming up later in the trip, but you helped open up their first restaurant up there, and they were just building model homes at that time, and now they've got a whole big community. It's just crazy. Look at this.
They've overtaken. Wow. Holy smokes. This isn't even close to what I thought it was going to be like. I didn't expect
One
it
after
to be
another
so
after
big,
another.
did you?
None of that stuff was there when we were here.
$1 million homes, and then some.
Depends on what side of the highway you're on.
True. Very true. How big the house is. It's neat, though. It's a neat concept to take an area that was kind of run down and develop something really neat and new. And it's developed on a concept of just being able to be very social with your neighbors and meet on the front porch and bike around and walk around. And we finally made it at sunset to the beach. Checked in, and I couldn't get out of the van fast enough to go see the water.
It's over that bluff there, that little dune.
Ooh. Ah.
I guess we were hoping for the best to be able to sleep on 4th of July night out at the beach. July 5th started with some strong coffee.
I made it. I have to go to the bathroom all of a sudden. Yes.
Here we're still at Pacific Beach at the campgrounds here, and a beautiful little spot. Hopeful there that we were going to make some delicious food, but I guess we had breakfast burritos.
We forgot to take a lot of video for these days ahead here, so we're just going to give you a lot of slideshow pictures here.
Yeah, and thanks for watching. You know, as we kind of get better and better, the more videos that we do, we thank you for putting up with our stuff.
Absolutely. And if you want to check other episodes or other videos we've done in the past, you just go back into our video library and you can check it out. But this is the stuff that we were really waiting for this whole trip. It was the beach.
Absolutely. And a little bit overcast and a little bit chilly. We're wearing our flannels and sweats, but that's what we were wanting. We wanted to get out of the 80 to 90 degree temperatures inland and enjoy some beautiful beach. The tide must have been out, or I don't remember that beach being, the shoreline being so far out. We had to walk for a long time.
We did, and we're not in shape at this point, so it was a haul for us to get out to the water, because this is what I have to do, is get my feet into the water.
Well, just walking in sand normally is a hard thing to do, but man, was it beautiful.
You know, this Washington coastline can be driven on. You can get onto the beach in different areas along the coastline. Ocean Shores definitely has some places you can drive on the beach. Just word to the wise, stay in the wet sand, not the dry sand. And another word to the wise, don't leave your vehicle parked in the wet sand and then go shopping somewhere. You're going to be out to sea before long when the tide comes in. We've seen it happen.
Even with RVs.
Yes, even with RVs. Oh, I took a nap at the beach. Oh, you're out to sea now.
It was a combination RV and cruise ship. Well, anyway, we really enjoyed our time out at the ocean.
Just a lot of what we do. We just take pictures and look for seashells, and we found a couple here.
We found a sand dollar.
Yeah, I saw a baby sand dollar and a razor clam.
Always looking for pictures.
Always searching. There, you found one.
Probably my reflection. Anyway, good times at the beach. We never camped there before, like we had said, and we'd recommend it. Maybe not on the 4th of July weekend, but it is really nice out there.
Time to fix some things. The tool case came out.
Well, we had some issues with, minor issues with electrical. It was a pop circuit breaker, we eventually found out.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of a van that we bought already partially converted. The electrical isn't in the place that we really want it to be, but we're living with it as best we can.
So we got that issue fixed. And here we go. Little miniature box wine.
Those were fun because those fit into those coolers really well, I thought. And it was a few glasses in each one.
Oh, there was quite a bit of wine there. And so we toasted to the coast and enjoyed our last day there at Pacific Beach State Park.
I love seeing the kites. Man, they really got them up there and were flying around most of the weekend. Smoochy smoochy on the beach.
Yep, and that's our happy place. So sunset on our last day there at Pacific Beach. Beautiful, beautiful sunsets. So we can't beat that.
Can we go back?
Yes.
One of my favorite spots we've ever been to is out at the beach of Washington.
So on our way down south, we stopped into Seabrook, the planned oceanside community where I used to work, just to snoop around to see how huge it had become.
I mean, it's like a bona fide city now. A bona fide city. Tons of little shops now and tons of houses and a lot of more businesses coming. They just keep adding more and more to it. And of course, a lot of folks from the big cities are getting their second homes here in Seabrook. Well, we left Washington in 2008, 2009, so there you have a whole bunch of years that they've been building nonstop.
So, yeah, all these places, I don't think any of this stuff was really here, because I remember they just had a couple trailers and some model homes, and I think we were the first business to be established.
There it is. Is this it?
Yep.
There it is.
It's now a tequila bar. Went from French bistro and lots of great wines to a tequila and tapas place. But
That would have been a more fun place to visit.
well, we'll go back. So here we go, heading back down through the forest of the coast and heading towards our old stomping grounds of Ocean Shores.
It is just that thick when you go through this road.
And that curvy.
And that curvy.
So here you go. When you turn off of the highway along the coast, you turn into Ocean Shores, and that place had changed a lot too.
Yeah, I think it's funny how you know, if you haven't gone back to a place in many, many years, they do change, and you remember some things, and then you don't remember some things.
Well, we remembered where the laundromat was because we had some dirty clothes that we needed to get done.
Boy, did we have a bunch of laundry.
It is a combination laundromat, tanning salon, and a candy store.
We weren't the only ones that had laundry to do. That bus gal certainly was there, and Betty, wasn't her name?
Right. Bus Mode Betty is her name on the internet. So she was all geeked up about running into some fellow Vanlife type people. So we struck up a good conversation with her, and it was kind of fun. She had a ton of laundry to do.
Oh, look at our little house that we built. The story of our house, that's the first house I ever know of as far as owning, is the first house that I've owned in Ocean Shores, and we selected the lot. We saw it being built from the ground up. They did spec homes out there where you could do that, and we planted all these plants. Those two very tall spruce ones we did not plant, but everything else we did. It was just a sandbox when it was built, and you made that fence and everything else.
And more beach time. This time we're heading out on the trail to where we got married way back in the day, but the weather was a lot nicer on this day than it was when we got married. It was the first part of November.
It was the first part of November, cold and rainy and windy and kind of a miserable day, but we made the best of it. What do they say about rain on your wedding day?
It brings you good luck.
Do we have good luck?
I thought so.
Oh. There we go.
We didn't remember this trail being this long to get out to the ocean.
Yeah, you never really get ocean front in Ocean Shores. You have to go through this big, long dune to get out to the water and the beach area. And it served as our aisle.
Yeah, walking down the aisle. That's a good way of putting it. But, yeah, and the soft sand. Maybe it wasn't as bad when we were there on our wedding day because it had been raining.
A lot of driftwood in through the dunes, and then you get to the spot.
I was surprised that we were able to find it as easy as we did.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of baffled for a minute, and then we figured it out. About right there is where we got married. About 7 people in attendance and a DJ marrying us. We felt bad. We had a nice photographer who was like this photographer to the music stars or whatever, and he's got all this equipment out there that wasn't waterproof, and we're making him take pictures in the rain. And we did go into the water on our wedding day, got wet and frozen.
We had to do that, and then I think we opened some champagne and we were soaking wet.
My hands were pink in the pictures.
So, yeah, this is the beach where it all started for JK and Kim. we made our way to Oregon, and we kind of retraced our steps this trip.
Yeah, we did. We ended up in Astoria for the night on our wedding night, and ended up getting a gift card for Ross Dress for Less, and we went shopping that night, and it was a blast.
Who doesn't like just to go shopping on your wedding night?
If you don't know what to buy somebody, give them a gift card so they can go shopping together and get their own wedding gifts. It was fun.
Anyway, we didn't realize this was such a historic and record-setting bridge. It's like one of the longest 3-section truss bridges in the world.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. All I knew is that it was really scary on windy, stormy days.
I like it.
Drops you right down into basically downtown Astoria, and you can go into the town area, or you can continue on into Warrenton, and I think that's where the Ross Dress for Less was that we went on our honeymoon.
Oh yeah, probably. There's a nice hotel right there. See that red one? Is that a hotel? I think it was.
Yeah, it used to be a cannery. This was all like the fishing industry and the maritime industry. History here is very still strong, and there's a maritime museum with full-size boats on display and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a cool town to hang out in for a while. But the waters of the Columbia River here at the mouth where it meets up with the Pacific Ocean are just so picturesque. It's just iconic bridge.
What a great picture you took there. Love that one.
Thank you. It was nice. It got kind of sunny, and things looked really pretty.
And we always love the ships, you know, the big barges that come through there.
We had reservations for camping at another state park.
Yeah, Fort Stevens State Park. We never been.
Found our camp spot for 2 nights.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad spot. I mean, we were nestled in the woods a little bit, kind of private. Not a bad jaunt to the bathrooms, which what's what we were using is the state park bathrooms. And it was a huge campground, though. Several different wings of it or areas of it. Just tons of campers there.
Yeah, I think it is one of the nation's largest state campgrounds. And there's lots of stuff to do right within the state park besides just camp.
Yeah, I mean, if you have e-bikes, I know a lot of people have e-bikes, you can zoom around. If you had a regular bike, you can zoom around, or little scooters or whatever you're using. We drove around to parts of the areas because we didn't have bikes along, so... but we have been told that if you don't bike at Fort Stevens, you're missing out on something.
I didn't hear that. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I can see why. You can go out to the very top point of the peninsula there at the state park to the jetty, and there's an observation tower out there. We both climbed up there.
Oh, my goodness. That's some of the best views of the whole coastline that we saw for me. You could see all the blue water and all the breakwaters, and gosh, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, they were repairing the breakwater, the jetty area there with huge boulders and things like that to reinforce it. And then we went and visited the fort and kind of walked around there. That was kind of cool to see that it goes back to the Civil War era when it was first built to protect the waterway from enemies coming in and attacking.
I think anytime you go through some of those old forts or those old military grounds, we've been through a couple now, and you channel, I mean, your brain is kind of takes you back a little bit, and then you try to envision what it was like being there in that time. Imagine what they were wearing, imagine what they were doing, and boy, it's just interesting.
So that was cool. And the other thing that has a lot of history, you found a shipwreck.
Oh my gosh, the shipwreck. There is a story about that. He just kind of runs underground and gets buried in the sand, and that ship is still there in the sand. So as the tides come in and out, you can get closer to it or walk up to it. Sometimes the water's around it too, but when we were there, it was just in the sand, and people were taking pictures with it and everything. And but that was the place at Fort Stevens where everybody brought their beach chairs and hung out at the beach for a while.
There were some kite flyers there as well. Yeah, that shipwreck goes back into the early 1900s, so that's been there for a long time.
Boy, you're quite the historian.
I did a lot of research.
Wow, quite the production. What are we doing?
Well, I cut the focaccia in half.
What are you spreading?
Spreading pesto.
Okay.
There's a lot of garlic in it already. And I got some more garlic.
Oh. Making pizza at the campground. Coastal style, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have some already?
What, this?
Fresh matcha? Fresh matcha? I couldn't say it.
Fresh? No, I haven't had any fresh matcha yet.
That's a lot of cheese. What are we up to?
200.
Need up to what, 450 or so?
Yeah.
400?
We'll see what...
It doesn't hold steady, right?
No, it'll drop as soon as you open the door, apparently.
Can I have an olive?
Want a tomato too?
Oh, is there garlic in there?
Yeah.
Fun.
Ready?
Ooh, it's time. Oh. Smoking.
Cooking too good. On the bottom.
Beautiful. Ooh, what are you putting on now?
Smoked salmon.
Ooh la la, my favorite. My mouth is watering.
I know we're on a low salt diet, but normally I would put correct sea salt on that.
Okay, don't mind the dog in the background. It's been barking ever since we got here. Are you happy?
That's amazing.
The chef should always get the first bite, in my opinion. Can't wait.
Need just a little bit more of the salmon on there.
Okay, by me.
Hello, Mr. Elk. Oh my word, I've never seen one in person. Look at them. Just moseying around.
Babies.
Hi. You're huge. Oh my word.
shape. it's JK and Kim in the camper. We're at the McDonald's parking lot.
Oh, clever. There it is.
No, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Free Wi-Fi, you know.
Free Wi-Fi. And it's pouring. It's raining.
So this new video is epic. I don't like using that word because everyone uses it, but it is like one of those epic national parks.
Yeah, if you've never been to the North Cascades National Park, like we had never been up there, we were in Oregon, and then you saw some pictures and said, well, we're in the neighborhood. Let's go back to Washington.
We have to see this.
And go up and see the park. So
And that we did.
it was mind-boggling. We're speechless. We've been doing our epic 2022 road trip journey in the van to the West Coast, Washington, Oregon.
So let us know if you've ever heard of North Cascades National Park before. We hadn't. I've never seen like the Caribbean blue waters or like the Virgin Island waters that you see on Facebook and everybody else experiencing. I've never seen any water like that in person before. So when I saw pictures of this place, I'm like, oh my word, where is that we're going? So you need to too, but if you've been there, and tell us what you think of it. Tell us if you're going to go check it out in person yourself. I think a lot of people will add it to their bucket list.
So this is kind of another cool video for us. It's quite the adventure, a new place for us to go. So we thank you for watching our videos, and thanks for putting up with us learning how to do video production.
You're doing
and putting
good.
all the good. This was good. Some of the music here got me all choked up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, with the scenery. And thanks for coming along with us.
Thanks for watching.
JK and Kim in the camper.